Did you know that some people make content that's not aimed for kids, although the subject matter might be, let's say, toys or characters or something like that? Hey guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time we're talking about something that really interests me because I'm a fan and I like making content for the fandom itself, mainly the older audience. Anyways, we're going to talk about Transformers Cyberverse. Kids all around the world and adults who still love Transformers are going to open gifts on Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever holiday you celebrate, and they're going to enjoy whatever they got, and then they're probably going to dump it off because, hey, new stuff is coming out! Anyways, we've got the deluxe class figures in package. I believe these were found in, yes, Hong Kong, and these images are credited to Kenneth Y, so thank you for that. But I am going to check out the articles from Ben's World of Transformers and TFW 2005 because I found on TFW 2005 the images of Optimus Prime out of his package. Taking a look at the truck mode, I just wanted to quickly say that it looks pretty good. The plastic looks a little cheap, but I think it's fine. You can see the large hinges at the front, which is... I don't know how I feel about that, but overall it's fine. I mean, I've talked about these deluxe class figures before, so I'm not going to really talk about them too much, except for some of the things I could point out. But there were a couple of additional things and info, and I just wanted to take a look at the boxes themselves. And yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that. So, Optimus Prime truck mode looks pretty good. The robot mode looks really great. It looks like he's coming right out of the show, so I really do like that. I've noticed that I think the crotch piece seems to be backwards in a couple of these images, yeah, like right here, which makes the torso look a little odd. Also, the fact that it's twisted and you can see that it's a much more bulkier upper body, but I don't think it's that bad. In fact, I think he looks like he's coming right out of the series, especially when you take a look at this image where the shoulders are high up like that. I believe in a couple of scenes in the Cyberverse show, his shoulders kind of stick up like this for some reason, so I don't mind that. You can see a little bit of kibble hanging off the leg right there, the little cylinder things, but overall it's not too bad. I like the fact that it comes with the cannon. The blast effect can plug onto the Matrix as well as the cannon. I think that overall it is a good looking Optimus Prime, if you're interested in something that's more to the deluxe class lineup. Of course, if you're getting the Siege or whatever Optimus Prime, you don't necessarily need this, but if you're just looking for something cheaper, here you go. It is deluxe class, and I believe that it's going to be about the same price as the current deluxe class lineup, which is a little more expensive, but at least these aren't like the Warrior class lineup where it's obviously pretty cheap and they have a gimmick that sometimes work. And I do like the fact that we are getting the deluxe class in general, because I feel like there is an older audience out there that's kind of missing out from it, because some people want these characters in toy form, and yes, you could get the Siege stuff or the Studio Series, but that's not directly coming off of the show. So some people want these and want just simply, you know, good quality figures, something with articulation. You know, it doesn't have to be entirely articulated, like it doesn't need to have the waist articulation or the foot tilt, but at least something, and for the gimmick to just not get in the way of things, and they decide to do that, which I'm thankful. Kind of like Robots in Disguise with the early Warrior class figures, although some were hit and miss. I think that a lot of them were more aimed for collectors, because you had that articulation and posability, so it looked decent. But let's go ahead and take a look at the images of the packaging. I will also point out that we do have a list of the Wave 2 characters, not the toys, and we will talk about that soon. Anyways, the package also reveals that we are going to get more transformation steps in these figures. Optimus Prime has 13, Shockwave has 20, Bumblebee has 19, and Megatron has 24. So Optimus Prime with the least amount, which makes sense. I mean, he is the truck. You know, it's very simple to transform him. Megatron with 24 steps, that's going to be really interesting to see. But yeah, pretty cool. I like the coloring of it. You know, it stands out a little bit more, but it's not super bright like the other Cyberverse packagings, like the Warrior class or the one-step changes, which the dim color really makes it feel like this is going to be more for collectors. Although I think it's more in the case of Season 3, whatever they're calling it, because you've got Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures, which I don't know if I talked about. I think Bumblebee might be like a smaller series, like a sub-series, maybe like short videos. And then we've also got Transformer Cyberverse, the proper Cyberverse, in some of these packagings where it's like, I can't remember exactly what it was because none of these boxes have it, but there does seem to be an actual proper sequel to the Season 2. Anyways, going through the figures in the box, you can see Bumblebee comes with the waist of the Build-A-Figure, which is going to be Mac Adams for the first 2 waves at least. He comes with a stinger that you could swap out for the hand, thank God, because some of the images that we saw previously only showed him with the stinger, and that was it. Also showed this little yellow bit on the side here, so it made it look like it was part of the transformation and it had a bit of kibble. Now, it could still be a part of the transformation, I kind of hope for that. But it might not be required for it, and at least you could take it off. His robot mode is definitely reminding me more of that Generations Bumblebee. So if you want to replace that Generations Bumblebee with something, if you don't like it that much, this is the one to get. I think that he definitely looks like his Cyberverse counterpart, probably more so than some of the other toys. And I like the stinger effect, I like the blast effect, I like that they're doing the siege blast effects in these toys. So, very awesome. Also, we got Megatron, which I think is pretty cool. His fusion cannon is at the bottom, and he just looks so much better in this image compared to the CGI stock image. I don't know why, but the torso just looked weird to me. In this, it looks fine. You could also see that the blast effect comes in 2 different pieces. Now, I thought that the Shockwave and Megatron had the same blast effects when we first saw it, but that doesn't seem to be the case, so that's good. And I do like the fact that you could separate it. Yeah, it looks great. And he comes with the upper torso of the Mac Adams figure. Anyways, so yeah, 24 steps, Fusion Mega Shot, very cool. Then we've also got the Optimus Prime, which we've already talked about. Comes with the blast effect, comes with the arm, very cool. Skip to the next image, 13 steps, and you can see a better look at what we're getting for Wave 2, which is awesome. And then last but not least is Shockwave, which I'm going to tell you, even if I don't complete the lineup to get the Build-A-Figure Mac Adams figure, I'm definitely getting the Shockwave because that's a good looking figure. I mean, the Warrior Class figure was good too. So far there's only one Shockwave figure that I really don't like from Cyberverse, and that's the upcoming armor thing, whatever it is. Not the solar shot one where it's got the satellite, but the upcoming one, whatever that is. But anyways, this is pretty cool. It looks like the gum will be removable, I'm not sure. Because I can't find that weapon piece anywhere in this package. And I can't really see his other arm. I imagine that he's holding it just for now. But yeah, very cool. And he comes with the leg of Mac Adams. Hopefully it's got a bit of articulation at the knee, because it looks like it's just one solid piece. And there we go. Now, I'm going to quickly talk about the other figures that we are going to be getting, which is Optimus Prime, Megatron, Shockwave, and Bumblebee for Wave 1, of course. And then Wave 2 is Hot Rod and Grimlock, which are 2 figures that I predicted would come out for the Cyberverse Wave 2 lineup. The next 2 figures I did not predict, which is Arcee, which I'm glad that we're getting a brand new Arcee that's going to likely have the car... I mean, it's going to have the car form. She transformed in the show, so, you know, obvious. But I'm glad that we're getting a brand new Arcee, because I imagine that the previous 2 were a little difficult to get. I know that you can get one on Big Bad Toy Store, but the Titans Returns one was kind of exclusive. They were tricky in general. And I just think that Arcee needs a more broader toy, like a better released toy. So this is going to be awesome, and hopefully it's going to be a good figure, and I want it. I think that I'm going to put it into my Generations collection, maybe. Or just still have it off to the Cyberverse, but, you know, I'm not going to mind mixing it with the Generation stuff. Hopefully we can also get a Windblade. Actually, that's kind of funny that we get Arcee before Windblade. Anyways, we also have another character, which is a brand new character, likely going to be seen in Season 3 of the Transformers Cyberverse show, and that is Thunderhowl. Now, Thunderhowl kind of reminds me of the Robots in Disguise Decepticons. I don't think we've ever seen a character like this. If I were to predict anything, because all we see is the face and all we got is the name, Maybe this is something like Steeljaw from Robots in Disguise, but they don't want to use the name Steeljaw? I don't know. I'm just making a guess. We'll have to wait and see, but it is interesting. I imagine that the next toy fair we get, we might be able to see exactly who this is. So yeah, with that out of the way, that is my opinion of the overall set. I can't wait to see what Wave 2 looks like. I can't wait for a more articulated Hot Rod. Hopefully it looks pretty good. The Grimlock, you know, that's going to be awesome, hopefully. The Arcee, I can't wait to see that. And the Thunderhowl, I'm really interested in. I think that overall this is a good lineup of characters. I think they've made some pretty good choices, especially when you have one character that's brand new mixed into the lineup. I think that's a good choice. Would be nice to get more Decepticons though. Like in the first wave, we've got half Autobots, half Decepticons, not including the Build-A-Figure. It would be nice if Wave 2 kept that trend, but it looks like they're not going to keep that trend. Who knows, maybe Wave 3 will get mostly Decepticons and one Autobot, and then another half wave to kind of, you know, mix it up, or to kind of just put things in alignment, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, what is your opinions on these? Which ones are you going to get? Please comment below, let me know. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads. Happy birthday to 01 Transfan and Optimus Primal on YouTube, and I will see you guys next time.